GE 103, AutoCAD 3D modeling, furniture modeling. Okay, students, here we're going to go and we're going to do a little modeling in 3D of different styles of furniture, and I want to show you some little tricks that I have. So I went to Google here and typed in chair dimensions, and then I'm going to go to images, and we got pages of cool images of furniture. And this is not an exact science. This is something I just want you to be able to take some basic dimensions and extrapolate that, if this is 26 inches tall and this is 14 inches tall, okay, what is our distance here? Okay, so those kinds of things. That's what I want us to do. So that must be like about 12 inches, which it says it is there. So then I'm looking at this here. So if that's 12, I bet these are like, you see, maybe 3, maybe 2.5, maybe that's 2 inches in between. Close counts. Close counts with this. This is just, you're just modeling. You're not making an exact engineering drawing, okay? So I'm going to set this over to the side here, and you could call up that same page and stick it on the side of your monitor. And here we are, and I have got my dynamic input off, and I'm here, and I'm going to right click, make sure I'm in parallel, set that as current. Right down here, there's my UCS with my world. So I'm good, and here's my command line, so I'm ready to go. So I'm going to look at this little drawing. Maybe I can just even park it over. I think if I park it over there, it's just going to go away when I. So I'm going to park it right over here. And so it looks like we've got. I'm going to start out, and I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to make a box, and box. Pick a point, and L for length, okay? And I have to hit F8, make sure that it goes back into ortho, okay? And it says 12.5, so I'm going to go 12.5 for width, and enter. And then it's going to go to depth, which is 13.25, 13.25. Oops, and it looks like I got way more than that up there here, so let's fix that. 13.25, okay, and a height of 26. Okay, so there's our little project right there. Let's. Well, I even got my house here too, so let's zoom back here. So I'm gonna actually throw these away. I actually don't need those right now, so I'm gonna just get rid of those so that. And I'm gonna take this, and for fun, I'm gonna move it, and I'm gonna move this corner to 0, 0. And that should be right at the corner of the X and Y, the X and the Y plane there. My Z plane is in the vertical. Hit Z spacebar, E spacebar, I get zoom extents. There's my little project, okay? So if I drag this over for a second, it looks like I want to subtract 12 inches of this, and I want to leave some for the legs, okay? And that we did 13.25, so I'm going to leave 2 inches for the back legs, and we'll start with that. So that'd be 11.25. So I'm going to go in here, and here's one of the things you can do. This is really easy. I am going to copy this. I'm going to come up, and I'm going to make sure I'm in F8, and I want to come up 14 inches, okay? And then I'm going to go, and I'm going to move this, and I'm going to move it 2, okay? And then I'm going to go to subtract, select this, enter, select this, enter. Look what I just did. I created the base for my chair by using the geometry I had. I didn't have to do any more drawing, okay? So I'm going to look here, and what's the next thing we want to do? How about we'll get this space through here, okay? And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to come around here and go to my box, and I'm going to go pick a point, and I'm going to go L for length. And I want to go, it says it's 12.5 wide total, so minus 1.5 inches, 3/4 of an inch on each side. So I'm going to make that a total of 11. and then enter, and then I'm just going to go all the way back through because it doesn't matter how, and then I'm going to come up to a height. Now the height of this surface here is 14. I think I'm going to go just short of that. I'm going to go 13 and a quarter. So I'm going to go 13.25. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and move this and put this center point onto that center point. As you can see, it's going through there. I'm going to go back to my friend Subtract, select my object, hit enter, and select this. There we go. So this is starting to work pretty well. Okay. So we're back to our chair looking at it, so you can see what I've done so far. And now I'm going to cut out this section here. Okay. So this is by subtraction. I think a couple of you students have actually discovered this and tried this. So here we go. So I'm going to go box, and okay. So my depth is 13 and a quarter, and I want 2 and 2. So that would be 9 and a quarter. So let's put in that. So I'm just going to pick a dimension. This dimension doesn't matter. So I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to go 9.25 and raise that up. And that did not come out the way I wanted it, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, so I'm going to just pick a distance here, and I'm going to go 30. This doesn't matter. And oh, I see it's happening. What didn't I do? I didn't hit L for length. Okay, so I'm going to go 30. And then 9.25, okay, for my width. And then I'm going to go the same height as up to here, and I can just touch that piece of geometry there. And I bet if we go in here and put this in here on the middle, okay, great. And go to subtract. There we go. There's my chair. It's starting to look like something, okay? It's starting to look like something. Then I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to use my geometry that I have. So I'm going to go to box, and I'm going to pick this point here, and this point here, and that point there. Come on. Pick. Okay. And and I'm just going to come up here a ways like that. I'm going to take this and move this and place that right there. Okay. Let's take a look at my chair again. There we go. Okay, so I want to take out a section here. And I'm just going to take a section out. I can always adjust it a little bit later. Okay. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is go around back and grab the grips on this here. So if I go to a wireframe, you can see here's the grips. I can just lift this right up on through. And I'm going to cut out the top of that chair and put some battens in it. Okay, so back to the 3D and go to subtract. Select my chair, enter, select the object I want to subtract. Great. Come back to my... Now I'm going to put these slats across. Okay. And one of the things I can tell you is that chairs, the back of a chair, this portion here normally has about a 5-degree angle or rake to it. So we're going to do that, okay? And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to right, okay? I'm going to go to my Move UCS. Remember how I did use Move UCS? And if you don't know how to do that, you can just type in UCS. And first of all, I want to be in right, so I'm going to go up here to my world and go to right. And I'm going to go UCS, M for move, and now I'm going to place that on this front corner. Okay? And let's see if that's there. Oh, it's on the back corner, so let's do that again. So I'm going to go UCS, and M for move, and I'm going to pick this corner right there. Notice how came forward. Now look what happened here. See, I'm in the wrong plane. So again, I want to get into my right plane. I'm going to use my little icon, Move UCS, and I'm going to pick this point here. There, notice how it's now going across this plane here. Okay? If I go to world and stand this up, Z spacebar E spacebar, there we go, and go back to right, there you can see that the plane has moved to this edge. Okay? So I'm going to come around here, go here, and I am going to draw a line. Okay, I'm going to draw a line from this point here and just go straight up. And there's my line, and I'm going to make it a color that we can see, hopefully. There you go, red, okay? So I can see that a little better. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to rotate that. And I can just use a standard rotate if I want to, so RO. Pick this point, and I'm going clockwise, so that's going to be a -5. There you go. So you can see how that goes across there. Then I'm going to use my polyline because I want this to be a polyline. And I'm going to go from this point here to that point. Well, I can't quite get that point, so I'm going to have to go around here and draw. I guess we're going to do it the hard way. So from this point here, oh, I know what I can do. Let's see if I can do this. If I draw a line across here, okay, I'm just getting this red so you can follow it. I should be able to trim this line. So I'm going to trim. There it is, great. And now I can do my polyline if I want to. So should be able to go here, and I should be able to pick this polyline, pick that point there, go to that point there, go to, and if I have my perpendicular on, up, okay, it's just not going to work for me today, is it? There it is. Pick that point there, and see for close. There we go. I should have my polyline now. There it is. Okay. So that's what I want to keep, okay? So I have a couple different ways of doing this. But what I really want to do now that I've seen this is I want to, and this is just because I'm doing this on a whim here. I'm going to go up here and grab this polyline again. And I'm going to go from here to here to, come on, give me an insert here, or endpoint. Yep. It's just not going to let me do it, is it? So I'm going to delete that line. There's my polyline. Okay. I'm going to drag this over here to there. I'm going to drag that to there. There we go. There's my polyline that I want. And I'm going to extrude that polyline all the way through to the other side. And then I'm going to subtract my chair, enter, and then pick my polyline extrusion. There's my 5 degrees that I wanted. Go back to world. There we go. And CE. There's my chair with my 5-degree rake for my back. Okay. Then here's one of the things you can do with go to box. Now pick this plane here and notice it aligned. Okay, watch carefully now. I'm going to zoom in here. When I pick box, notice how my blue cursor is straight up and down. As I come over to this face, notice that the blue cursor changes. So I am now drawing on that face. Let's do that again. Pick the box. Notice my blue cursor is going straight up, and my X and Y are on the horizontal. I come over here and touch that face. The X and Y's are now on the same plane as that angle, and the blue is there. So I'm going to pick a point. I'm going to pick a point right there. And what I can do here, there it is. See, it's picking it up there, and how it's highlighted up at the top left-hand corner. Now I can pull, And I'm going to go over here, and I am going to go to L for length. Okay, and I'm going to go right there to that corner. I'm going to pull down, and I'm going to go 2. Okay, and then I'm going to go 0.75. Okay, now that put that on the face of my chair. So I'm going to just take this, and I am going to move this and move it back. And I'm going to go back, I'm looking at this right now. It looks like I'm going to go 0.5. Okay, that's not enough. We're going to go move again and 0.5. There we go. And if I go on top of here, that's too much, so I'm going to move it again. And this is just, this is just 3D modeling plain, okay? This is not like rocket science. 0.25. There we go. I'm liking that one. I'm going to go to the front, okay? And I want to pull this down, so I need to go in front, okay? Now, the thing about this, if I go on the side here, if I just pull this down, and I go to right now because that's where we're at. If I pull this object down, it's going to go in a straight line, okay? See? And notice it moves away from that back, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to move this, and I'm going to go F8 and get out of my ortho, come into here, and get an approximation of where I want it, okay? And if you wanted to measure and do all that stuff, you could, but it'd be a real pain. Then I'm going to take this, grab this like that. I'm going to go copy, and I'm going to come here. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to use the geometry that I have. So watch this. I can move my chair up. I make sure I'm in ortho now. Ortho on, and I'm going to move up 2, okay? Oops. I'm going to move. Oh, I can't move because, I should be able to move. Move 2. There he goes. I'm going to use the geometry I have here. So I'm going to pick this, go from here, and go to there. Go from here, and go to the midpoint. And so these should be parallel, okay? Now I'm going to move this down, and 2. There we go. Go back to world. Go home. Z stance. Okay, oops. The only trouble is I moved it way over there, but I can still move the geometry. I can move it from this point here to this point here. Hopefully. Right there, okay? So there we go. So there's those two. Where's our drawing over here? Okay, so got those in. Those look pretty darn good. Okay. And then we can just go over here to, I'm going to delete that red line, which is our little polyline what we had. And I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go pick union. You have to pick union first before you grab the objects. And then grab everything and then hit enter, and then it becomes a single entity. Okay. So as I'm looking at my chair here again, oops, I didn't really want to go there. I just wanted to picture right here. I'm going to add this front piece here. Okay. And to do that, I'm going to go box, and I'm going to pick a point, and I'm going to go L. I'm going to pick this point here and pull out, go 0.75, and looks like I want to go up about maybe 3. Okay. Move this to the back, right there. Move this up, right there. Move that in about, oops, move that in about 1. Okay. That looks like too much. I'm going to bring it back out, 0.75. I think it's just set. It's called a reveal. This is called a reveal. Reveals are anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. So that's what that's about. I know for the fact there's got to be one back here too, so I'm going to copy this. Just bring it back, okay. I'm going to move it, put it on the geometry, use my geometry to move it, and move it in 0.25. Okay, take that, I'm going to copy this, bring it out here, rotate this using my 3D rotate, pick a corner, pick the blue, swing it around. There it is. Move it in. Okay. Catch that corner there. Now you notice it's too far here, but it really won't matter because I'm going to union it. So I'm going to move, go 0.25. I'm going to copy it. Bring that over to this side. Swing around. Move. Put this in here. Move this. 0.25. Go up to my friend Union. Grab everything on this sheet. Hit enter. Now it's all one. There you go. And if we use our orbit here, I can swing around. You can see underneath. Okay, that looks really good. Okay. Looks like these ones on the side, or notice that they're sticking out. Okay. So I'm going to grab that plane, and I'm going to go to my friend over here, move face, and see if I can grab this face here. There it is. And move it back 0.5. Awesome. Okay. Let's see if that did anything to the outside here. Make sure I didn't screw it. Oh, it didn't like that at all. So we're going to just not do that. We're going to undo that then. Undo, undo. There we go. We'll just leave it for right now. Okay. Now we could do this. We could go move face, pick this, and go from here to this point right there. There we go. And we've flushed it. That looks better. I like that better. And let's go back out here. And everything on the outside good. Yep, that looks good. So we'll flush this one over here too. Move face. And just grab that point there and bring it to that geometry there. There we go. I like that better. That looks good. Okay. Okay, there's our chair. Looking pretty good. Looks a little different than the one we've got there. This one has slats in it, and we can go ahead and put slats in it if we want to. And